Okay, in yesterday's class, we have discussed the cloud automation necessity. What is the need of cloud automation, and what are the IAC tools, and what are the configuration management tools? Okay, these topics we have discussed in last class. So today we are going to see as a Terraform can build infrastructure on any cloud platform. First, we are going to deal with AWS cloud. Today we are going to see how to create AWS free tier account and how to set up Terraform for our lab setup. Okay, first let us see how to AWS free tier account creation. So AWS free tier account which is valid for 12 months. Okay, now to create AWS account, we need debit card is required, mobile number and email ID. Now once you keep these three items ready with you, okay, creating AWS account is very much easy. Okay, just go to Chrome browser and activate a link console.aws.amazon.com. I am going to give link of this document also. Link for creating AWS free tier account. Just hit on this link. Here you will be seeing an option. Okay, what is the option you are going to see here? Here this option on the bottom side. Okay, you are going to see an option called create a new AWS free tier account. Create a new AWS free tier account. Okay, just hit on this button. Now here it is going to ask email address, account name, and in the next page it is going to ask you for what purpose we are creating AWS account, whether it is for personal user, commercial. Select commercial, don't select personal. Sorry, select personal, don't select commercial. Okay, and in the next line it is going to ask your card details like debit card number, card expiry date, card number, CVV. Okay, so once you supply all the details, within no time your account is created. Just for your verifying your account, they are going to take two Indian rupees, INR. Okay, from your account. After successful verification, this 2 INR will be refunded. Okay, just for account verification, they are going to take 2 INR, 2 Indian rupees. Okay. So if you try it from USA, they are going to take $1 US. And after verification, this $1 US or 2 INR will be refunded to you. Now, once your account is created, so to log in into AWS account, so you have to give your credentials. Whatever credentials you have given at the time of account creation, the details must be given. Username and password. Okay, this is your landing page of AWS. Okay, this is how you can create AWS free tier account. Now, we are going to discuss softwares required for our course. One is Git is required. Okay, Git is like it is to connect Linux VMs on AWS or Azure Cloud. And the second software to be installed is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Okay, yeah, these are the two software that you need to install. Okay, so Visual Studio Code, it is going to help you a lot in writing Terraform script. Okay, now how to install Git, how to install Visual Studio Code. Let us see. Go to Chrome browser and just type Git download for Windows. Yeah, this is a link. I am going to give link of this document also. Refer here to download and install Git. Okay, yeah, this is the oldest way of installing softwares. One new way is there. Okay, how to install Git using that way also I am going to show. Here. Just type Windows, select Windows. And if you are using Mac operating system, there you need to select Mac, this one. But I think everyone might be using Windows operating system only. Click on this Windows and choose 64-bit. And it will be downloaded in downloads folder. Go and double click on that. Go to downloads. So this is Git. Just double click on this. But as a cloud engineer, okay, you are not supposed to use any UI because this is the oldest way of installing softwares. So there is a CLI way from command line also. By using commands also, you can install softwares. How to do that, I will discuss. Okay, just you have to double click on this and just go and press next button till you see finish. This is one way. And the second way of installing softwares is setup Chaco. So what is Chaco actually? Chaco is a package manager. Package manager for Windows operating systems. Just how you are using apt-get M on Linux platforms. Chaco is a package manager for Windows operating systems. Okay, its functionality is to install or uninstall softwares on Windows platforms. Let's make indentation. Right. So how to set up Chaco? Okay, so once you set up Chaco, from next time onward, just by using simple command, you can install any software. Okay, I'm going to show this one. Chaco installation on Windows. And there is a website here. This is a website to set up Chaco. For Chaco installation, use this link. And you need to execute one PowerShell script. You need to execute one PowerShell script. Are you seeing this one? This PowerShell script you have to execute from PowerShell admin mode. And let me write this one. Execute the following PowerShell script from PowerShell admin mode. This is a PowerShell script that you need to execute. And activate Windows PowerShell. Go to PowerShell. Open this in admin mode. Run as administrator. Just you need to run this PowerShell script from PowerShell admin mode. So already in my system, Chaco was found. Okay, so just close the window, relaunch it again, relaunch it. PowerShell, run as administrator, and check Chaco version. Say Chaco -- version. Are you seeing 1.2.1 Chaco is installed here? Here, step 1 is over. Step 2 is what? Relaunch PowerShell in admin mode and execute the following command. What is that command? You need to execute Chaco -- version. Okay, when you are able to see output means your Chaco installation is successful. And using Chaco, okay, we can install any other softwares now. Using Chaco, install Git. Previously, we have installed Git by using download and extract option, right? Downloading and double clicking. That is the oldest way. Okay, the new approach of installing softwares is by using Chaco. Just all you need to search is like this: Chaco Git. That's it. You need to run one simple command here. Okay, when you run this simple command, Git is installed here. Okay, using Chaco, install Git. Launch PowerShell in admin mode again, and just you need to execute this command: Chaco install -- Git. That's it. Chaco install -y Git. Okay, already in my system Git is presented. I am not going to press enter. In your case, press enter. Okay, within 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, and -y means auto approval. It does not ask any confirmation from you. It does not ask any confirmation. Like it is going to ask questions like whether you want to install Chaco. It requires this kind of dependencies. It requires this much space. Okay, it is untrusted. Okay, unnecessary questions are going to be asked. So if you say -y, okay, this is like auto approval. Automatically Git is installed. So once Git is installed using Chaco, now install Visual Studio Code also. Install Visual Studio Code using Chaco. Visual Studio Code, wherever I am writing notes, this is Visual Studio Code editor. This is an excellent editor, IDE for .NET and any other applications. So while writing scripting, it is going to help you a lot. Okay, so here, how to install Visual Studio Code? This one, Chaco Visual Studio Code. All you need to run one simple command: Chaco install Visual Studio Code. This is here. Chaco Visual Studio Code is displaying over here. The Chaco. Okay, just you need to run one simple command from here. Are you seeing a command here? Here we have 3 tabs here: installation, upgradation, uninstall. Okay, using Chaco also you can uninstall the softwares. Chaco uninstall VS Code and Chaco install VS Code. For upgradation, you need to run this command. Chaco upgrade VS Code. Now I want to install it. So all you need to run is this command. It is a very easiest way of installing softwares. From PowerShell admin mode, execute the following. Chaco install -y. Chaco install VS Code. What is your command? VS Code. VS Code. I am not going to press because already in my system Visual Studio Code is installed. Okay, just press enter here. Okay, when you press enter, okay, Chaco Visual Studio Code will be installed. So after that, you must be able to see Visual Studio Code in this start menu. Here you have to open. This is one way of opening Visual Studio Code, and other way of opening Visual Studio Code from command prompt also we can open. Go to command prompt, and I want to go into online folder, and from here go to the folder from where you want to launch Visual Studio Code, and just say code dot. Okay, here this will be launched like this. This is the way how you can install Visual Studio Code. And finally, install Terraform. Install Terraform. Okay, Terraform installation is very easiest process. Okay, and all you need to know is just it is a executable file. It is already in last class I told Terraform is developed in Go language. Okay, so it is not a bulk software, just it is a exe file. Okay, when you say Chaco install Terraform, one terraform.exe file will be installed. Again from PowerShell admin mode. When you want to install softwares, you must be at admin mode only. And what is that command? The command is very simple. Search like this, Chaco Terraform. Are you seeing a command here? Install, upgrade, uninstall. Upgrade means if you want to upgrade to latest version, okay, so you can say upgrade or uninstall. Now just let us copy this command. Run it from PowerShell admin mode again. I am not going to press it because already, okay, let us see. Are you seeing here? Already check Terraform is found. Okay, when you want to display Terraform version, okay, it is saying that Terraform 1.6.4 already installed. And if you want to know the version of Terraform, say -b. Now it is displaying the Terraform 1.6.4, which is a latest version on Windows AMD 64 operating system. Okay. Here, this is about the lab setup. Chaco install -y Terraform. And finally, check the version. So to check the version, we have a command Terraform -b. Okay. This is how you have to install all the necessary softwares for our cloud automation classes. Install Git, install Chaco. First install Chaco. Okay, by using Chaco, you can install any other softwares. Next install Visual Studio Code. Next install Terraform. Now, so once you finish all these activities, and what you have to do? Lab setup. These are all lab setup only. Lab setup and software is required for our course. And finally, you have to initialize one Terraform folder. We have to create one folder where we are going to write Terraform script. That folder is nothing but Terraform folder. Okay. Working directory of Terraform. So create one directory or folder from where we write Terraform script. How to create a Terraform folder? How to create a folder for Terraform? Let us go and select any one of the drives. Okay. I am selecting D drive, guys. In the D drive, select one and create one folder. And I am saying like to Terraform. Today's date 28 November. And click on this folder and right click here. Okay. You are able to see this option. Show more options. Once you finish install Git installation, you must be able to see this option. You must be able to see this option. Open Git bash here. Okay. From here, open Visual Studio Code. If you want to open Visual Studio Code within the current folder, say code dot. Okay. So my Visual Studio Code is open here. Once you are doing that activity, and it must be helpful, okay, in writing code. So for that, you have to install extension here, Terraform extension in Visual Studio Code. How to install Terraform extension? Here you are seeing an option called extensions here. This option is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From top, it is fifth option. Extensions. So in the search bar, type Terraform. Are you seeing Ashika, Terraform? Don't, if you are interested, you can install Azure Terraform also, but we will install Azure Terraform later. Okay. So here you can click on this. Already in my system, it is installed. That is why it is showing uninstall. Terraform, uninstall. Azure Terraform. So 3 are installed in my system. Okay. These are the 3 extensions that you need to install before you are writing Terraform script. Okay. Now, our next task. So let me open this folder. Okay. Create one folder. And here, the folder structure must be like this here. Where is that folder? Okay. Here, create some files like one is provider.tf. Okay, provider.tf is going to, okay, provider.tf is going to have all the extensions. So it is going to contain all the, what is that? Okay, so if you want to create a file here, click on plus button and create provider.tf first. Now this is going to contain the provider information. Presently, provider is AWS. So provider is nothing but, okay. So it is a cloud platform where you want to build the infrastructure. It is a cloud platform where you want to build your infrastructure. Okay. So in the provider.tf file, we are going to mention all the details like who is the provider name, what is the provider version, okay, what are the dependencies information. That information we are going to write in provider.tf. And there must be one more file. This is main.tf. And there must be one more file. This is inputs.tf. And inputs are nothing but arguments. Inputs are nothing but arguments. Okay. Inputs. And one more file must be created here. These are optional, guys. Outputs .tf. Now, our next task is to connect to AWS cloud. Our next task is to connect to AWS cloud. Okay, to connect to the AWS cloud, I need to give username and password. Okay, yesterday I have discussed the structure, right? Terraform structure. Here, suppose here, this is my Windows system from where I am running Terraform. And these are the different types of clouds. Okay, it can be AWS cloud, or it can be Azure cloud, or it can be GCP, whatever it may be. Okay, so let me draw the architecture once again. Terraform, clipboard. This is a system where I install Terraform. Okay, so this is a system means on Windows operating system, I install Terraform. This can be either Windows or Linux or Mac. Okay. Yes.
Hi Shiva, this is Srikanth.
Yes.
After downloading the Visual Code, you said that we have to download 3 extensions, right? What are
Yes.
those 3 extensions?
They
Can you please
they are
repeat
going
that?
to they are going to help you a lot, because when you are writing code, okay, so it is going to help you. Okay, that is the purpose of extension. Also, without extensions, suppose you have some syntax errors, debug errors. Okay, errors cannot be rectified. But when you install those extensions, automatically they are going to show hints. Suppose I want to write something like resource and resource and space AWS underscore EC2, and it is going to show all the properties which are related to instance. Generally, when I want to create instance, I need IP address. Okay, sorry. To create a instance, generally I need private key, network, VPC ID. Okay, these things I need. Okay, the things will be automatically shown. Okay, when you install extensions. When you don't install extensions, that hints will not be shown. Did you get my point?
I understood that, but what are the extensions? What exactly we have to download there?
That is what I'm telling, right? Okay, when you don't install extensions, it does not give any hints, ideas to you. Okay, it
So,
is like auto completion. Okay, so
uh,
automatically when you type few characters of a keyword, okay, some hints are coming. Okay, when you press tab key, automatically the keywords will come.
right, right, understood. Thank you.
Now this is AWS clipboard. Okay. So presently I'm dealing with AWS, right? AWS cloud. Just a minute, guys. Okay. So why the image is not coming? Let us go and check once again. AWS clipboard. What went wrong? Okay, whatever it may be. This is my Windows system or Mac or Linux where I install Terraform. And assume that this is your AWS cloud platform. And from Terraform, I want to connect to AWS. So for the sake of connecting to AWS cloud, my Terraform system must be providing, okay, account details like username and password. Generally, when I want to connect to any account or any system or any Facebook or Gmail account, generally we need to give username and password, right? In the same way, okay, here from Terraform also, we need to give username and password. Okay, secret key and access key. Access key is nothing but username. Secret key is nothing but password. But before you are going to write any Terraform scripting, you have to create a user here. Okay, user in Terraform. Okay, through that user we are going to connect. So in AWS cloud platform, this is my AWS cloud platform here. If you want to create a user, just type IAM. IAM is nothing but identity access management. It is nothing but user management. And click on users here. Here there is an option called create user. And this I am giving for Terraform. I think there is a user called Terraform user. I am giving like Terraform user. Go to next page and I am giving this user with the admin access privileges and click on next. Create user. This is a user I created, right? And click on this user and go to security credentials. Here you are seeing an option called access keys, right? Here. Click on create access key. And it is asking practices alter why you are creating this key. I am selecting like other. Click on next. Create access key and secret key. Okay. Here access key is ready. Secret key is ready. Okay. So we have to use this access key and secret key. Okay. For first time when you are initializing Terraform folder. When you are initializing Terraform folder. Okay. Now, one more thing, one more activity also we have to do here. And before this, in fifth step, I am writing. See, fifth step. So there are two ways of supplying credentials. Okay, one is directly you can hard code this username and password within your code. Okay, when you are initializing Terraform folder, directly you can hard code access key and secret key, but that is not a best approach. Why? Because so if you expose these details to GitHub, okay, somebody else will be connecting to your account. Finally, you are going to get huge bill. That is not a good practice. Okay, to avoid that kind of problem, okay, so better you install AWS CLI. Install AWS CLI. So AWS CLI means it is for executing commands. Okay, anything you are doing from console, everything you can do from CLI also, command line interface also. But how to install AWS CLI? Again, it is a very simple task here. Chaco install -y AWS CLI. That's it. All you need to know is just how to install this. Ask like this, Chaco AWS CLI. Are you seeing here? There is a simple command, Chaco install AWS CLI. Okay, so you have to execute this from PowerShell admin mode again. Okay, already in my system, AWS CLI software is also ready. I'm not going to press, I'm not going to hit enter key. Okay, in your case, Chaco install AWS CLI -1. Okay, And once you are doing this activity, you have to set credentials from your command prompt. The sixth step, configure, okay, credentials from command prompt. So to set credentials from command prompt, there is a command called AWS configure. Okay, so when you execute this command AWS, so this is a folder from where we are running Terraform script, right? Now just type AWS configure. And are you seeing it is asking access key? Okay, so this is an access key that you have to give. Are you seeing access key? Copy this access key and paste it over here. And the next thing is we have to supply secret key. Okay, and it is asking region name. Okay, by default the region name it is taking a US East 2. So how to know region name here? To know region name, go to EC2 page. EC2 is nothing but virtual machine related services. So on the top you are seeing a drop down, right? Here if you click on this drop down, you are seeing an option. Because this is a region where I want to install, okay, physical infrastructure. My virtual machines network, everything I'm going to build in Ohio region. Okay, region is nothing but it is a geographical area, okay, where exactly data centers are there. Data centers will have actual hardware. Actual hardware is available in data center. Data center is a part of region. Data center is also called as availability zone. And presently, we are building infrastructure in Ohio region. Ohio is abbreviated as US East 2. Okay, by default it is US East 2 only. And output is I want to display output in default format. Okay, now my credentials are set. AWS configure, set access key and secret access key as shown in session recording. Okay, and region also, access key and region. Okay, our next functionality, to download the plugins, to download AWS plugins. But how to download plugins? Now to download plugins, we need to write something like Terraform blocks. Okay, so in Terraform we write script, okay, by using HCL format. HCL is nothing but HashiCorp configuration language. It is one kind of data representation format. It is not a language actually. Okay, so it is also known as DSL. DSL stands for domain specific language. Especially for Terraform itself, Terraform purpose, okay, it was introduced. Domain specific language. So how to represent data in DSL? How to represent data in HCL? Suppose I want to represent a employee information. Name, designation, and organization, and country. These details I want to represent using HCL. HashiCorp configuration language. So it is very simple, guys. Using key and value pair notation. Okay, here you have to write key equal to value. This is a general format. So I want to represent name. Name equal to I am writing KSK, and designation equal to manager, and organization equal to Microsoft, and country equal to India. This is a very simple representation, okay, that can be done in HCL. And to write this HCL format, we must be knowing about Terraform blocks. Okay, we are going to write Terraform scripting in the form of blocks. Okay, so what are the blocks here? We represent, we create, or we write Terraform scripting in the form of blocks. So generally, what are the blocks that we are going to use? So when you are initializing Terraform folder for first time, okay, just now we have initialized one folder, right? From that folder only, I have configured my AWS credentials. Okay, so after that, we should be knowing about some blocks notation. So here, this is nothing but first block is provider block. So provider block is going to contain, okay, like what is the version of Terraform? What is the version of Terraform? And what is the version of your provider? Terraform version and provider version and provider credentials. These are the things that you are going to write in provider block. So this will be executed for only for first time. Okay, only you are initializing current folder. Okay, then you need to specify these details like Terraform version, provider version, and provider credentials. Provider credential we don't hard code. Just now itself I told you, right? We don't hard code credentials, because if I hard code credentials and when I submit these details in the GitHub, okay, since GitHub is a public repository, okay, anyone can, okay, compromise my account. That is why, okay, I have configured AWS credentials separately. And the next block is resource block. This provider block will be executed for only first time. And one more thing. And provider block also contains region. Region where you want to install, where you want to create your infrastructure. And second block is resource block. So resource block is going to specify what you want to create in AWS. Okay, whether you want to create a virtual machine, or whether you want to create a network, whether you want to create a load balancer, storage account, okay, security group, what you want to create. That kind of information we are going to write in resource block. This block contains the resources that we want to get. Generally, this block will contain arguments. Arguments are nothing but input values. Input values to resources. Suppose I want to create a security group. Okay, now to create a security group, what are the inputs that I need to give? What ports you have to open, and for whom you are opening? Those are arguments. Okay. And one more thing, so you have to write this output block. Output block. Now this will contain what is the information you wanted to display finally. Suppose I created a virtual machine. Okay. And once my virtual machine is created, some attributes will come. Attributes are nothing but output values. Okay, IP address will come, private IP address, public IP address, okay, elastic IP address, default network, that kind of details I want to display, after your resource is created. Okay. So output, this contains what? Attributes. Attributes are nothing but what? Output values. Arguments are input values. Arguments are written in resource block. Okay. Generally, our attributes can be written in output block. And which is mandatory here? Provider block is mandatory for first time. And the output block is optional, purely optional. This is completely optional. Okay. And resource block is mandatory. Because without resource block, how we can specify what you want to create? That is why it becomes mandatory. Okay. Now, how to write provider information? So in the current working directory, we created totally 4 files, right? Inputs.tf, main.tf, outputs.tf, provider.tf. Okay, in the provider.tf, I have to search for provider. So in my case, the provider is AWS. How to write Terraform provider? So to write Terraform provider, all you need to search is Terraform AWS provider example. So Terraform is having excellent documentation. Okay, you can create approximately 1282 resources here. Okay, for 1282 resources, okay, it is going to provide documentation to you. So AWS provider, use the Amazon Web Services provider to interact with the many resources supported by AWS. So what is the example usage? This is the example usage. Here we are writing only provider version. Okay, required providers are nothing but AWS. Source equal HashiCorp by AWS. So the provider version is 5.0. So this is nothing but, so here we are giving this tilde symbol, right? Tilde and greater than symbol. This is nothing but, okay, any change can happen in minor version, 5.x. Okay, so while we are going with the classes, I will explain this in detail. Okay, just for now, what I will do, I will exactly take this code. And one more thing, and using provider AWS, so you can specify region, but region already we have specified, right? No need of writing this one. Okay, just take this, paste it over here. So here all you need to do is, here we have some frequently used commands, guys. Terraform help. If you don't know anything about Terraform, you can take help of Terraform. Are you seeing here? These are the frequently used commands here. Init, validate, plan, apply, destroy. These are the 4 or 5 commands we are going to use. Init command is for only first time. Okay, this is for downloading all the dependencies. Okay, plugins, and it is for initializing region, and it is for initializing your credentials. Okay, so that kind of things we can do with Terraform init. First, let me execute a simple command called Terraform init. Are you seeing initializing the backend here? Initializing provider plugins. So it is installing AWS plugins called 5.27. Okay, which is matching to 5.0. Are you seeing Terraform has been initialized successfully? Okay, guys, By tomorrow, you make this setup ready. Tomorrow, I will show how to create resources in AWS. By tomorrow, you have to create your free tier account and be ready with these softwares, what I discussed today. Okay, tomorrow we are going to create resources like security groups. First of all, I will show how to create them manually. Okay, then we are going to do it from Terraform. And if you have any questions till now, you can ask me. Hello?
While configuring AWS CLI, what could be the default format, sir? Output format?
Can you come once again?
What is the default output format for while you
The
configure
default.
AWS CLI? What is the default output format, sir?
Either I told you right, HCL format. Okay, HashiCorp configuration language. Okay, in HCL only we are going to write Terraform scripting.
Okay, okay. So here also the AWS CLI is required, right? For
The
writing the
AWS CLI is required for setting up your credentials.
Okay.
And one more thing, and immediately turn off the credentials. So if somebody knows your credentials, they must not be using your credentials. That is why go to IAM page, Identity Access Management, and deactivate the credentials. I will show how to deactivate them. Go to users here and Terraform user, and in the security credentials, go to access keys, go to actions, select deactivate.
Okay.
And when you execute any Terraform command, it does not work because credentials are completely deactivated. Okay, guys. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me now without any hesitation. I will answer your questions. And tomorrow, by this time, okay, please be ready with all these things. Create one AWS free tier account and install all the necessary softwares, Git, Visual Studio Code, Terraform, and install AWS CLI. Okay, be ready with all the things.
Shiva, can we get this video by after this class? As soon as this class ends, right? So can we get this video?
Yeah, you can get it. Generally, after 10 o'clock, I think it will be uploaded in YouTube. Okay, once you complete your formalities, okay, that will be shared with you in Google Drive.
Okay.
Generally, first 3 sessions are available in YouTube. And after 3 sessions, and if you complete your payment, before that, if you complete your payment, your formalities, okay, in Google Drive, okay, that recording will be shared with you.
Sure, thank you.
And I will ask Durga Soft team to share it quickly, okay, to post it quickly in YouTube. Okay, guys, any questions so far? So did you understand the flow? What are the softwares you wanted to install? And just it is a very easy job. Okay, if you sit for 1 hour, okay, entire softwares are installed and things can be completed. So if you have any questions now, you can ask me. If no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we meet again with same link at same time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Tomorrow we meet again. Thanks for your valuable time.
Thank you.